Well, good morning. I'm Fallon Brewster with the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation. I'm Director of Communications. It's good to see you all this morning. We're really excited about what we have going on, this wonderful collaboration between the city, MDOT, JMMF, and a host of other wonderful entities here to bring services to our seniors in the Jackson area. So without further ado, we have a lot of speakers who are scheduled to speak this morning. Mr. Primus Wheeler, the Executive Director of the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation, if you could raise your hand. Mr. Wheeler. Of course, Mayor Tony Yarber, the mayor of the city of Jackson, is scheduled to speak as well. Ms. Shirley Wilson, Director, MDOT. Ms. Connie Taylor, and Ms. Ruth Haynes of the TL Love Center. So without further ado, I'll welcome our Executive Director, Mr. Wheeler, to the stage.
Morning. Man, it's good to see all of you here this morning. And I can think back about 20 years ago when Dr. Shirley was dreaming up this great concept of how to provide health care for all of Jacksonians, especially for the underserved. We started about building all these beautiful clinics, and we quickly found out that half the folks weren't showing up for the appointments. And we started to do the research, and we quickly found out that they weren't coming to appointments because they didn't have adequate transportation. So Dr. Shirley started working with the MDOT folks to try to find some relief. And I remember when he was so excited that he brought one little van to the mall. I said, Dr. Shirley, that's a good start, but where do we go from here? He said, Mr. Wheeler, this is just the beginning. And it is and has been just the beginning. We now move over 200 visits per day out of this facility. So Dr. Shirley has always been one who could see way, way down the road. And he did see this vision coming a long time ago. So we're doing an outstanding job now, but none of this will be possible without our partners, Mississippi Department of Transportation, and most specifically on this program, the City of Jackson. And our mayor has always been one of those guys, just like Dr. Shirley, always looking forward, trying to make sure things are great for the citizens of Jackson. So I'm going to yield the floor at this time to the greatest mayor in the state of Mississippi, the United States, the Honorable Mayor Yarber. Thank you.
So I did pay him to say that, and so everybody's clear on that. First of all, let me say good morning to everybody. I don't know about you, but it's an amazing day for me. They tell me that any day above ground is a good one, which means all y'all got a reason to show your teeth. So come on and smile and look like you're excited to be alive this morning. I'm excited. First of all, I woke up this morning, Mr. Wheeler, and I was going through my notes for the day, particularly about this press conference this morning. And one of the things that I realized that I don't think people understand is that the city of Jackson and the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation are bona fide partners. We have collaborated on more things over the last several months than I can recall, and I'm looking forward to more of that. Even our relationship with the Mississippi Department of Transportation, as they engage and help us to make life better for our citizens. We do this with an organization like the Medical Mall Foundation, who is, in my mind, the premier organization, foundation in the state of Mississippi when it comes to providing services for our folks. So today, it's our privilege to be able to announce that we are, well, let me say it this way. I went to TL Love not long ago I thought I was just going to talk about water bills, and I did. We talked about water bills, and I'm looking at somebody right now staring at me. She wore me out about water bills. But one of the things that came up in that conversation was something that I was not expecting. It was a conversation about transportation and the fact that our people weren't able to get, particularly our senior adults, weren't able to get to appointments, and that they weren't able to get to the senior centers like they wanted to, and they weren't able to be there on time. And the more that conversation went on, the more I realized that this was something that the city of Jackson could not continue to allow to go on, and we needed to enlist the help of people who were skilled, who had the resources and the understanding of how to make that happen. So the moral of the story is that we cannot do this alone. In order for us to make the city great, in order for us to move the city to where it needs to be, we need everybody's hand on deck. And we need everybody engaged in making Jackson the greatest city that it can possibly be. So to the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation, to the Mississippi Department of Transportation, to our friends and partners at CMPDD, to all of the other folks who make up this conglomeration of what I call making Jackson a great city, thank you so much for considering this, and thank you so much for putting your hand to the plow in order to move our city forward. Looking forward to hearing more great things about what this partnership will do. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good morning. I know I started early in the morning, but I'm very excited to be here to be a part of this partnership. My name is Shirley Wilson, and I direct the Public Transit Division at the Mississippi Department of Transportation. And the efforts that we are seeing here is something that we have, I guess you could say, preached for quite a while. We believe that when we work together as partnering agencies, putting our resources together, putting our time and effort, our dedication together, that we can make greater things happen. So I'm very happy to be a part of this, and I'm very grateful to the fact that we have agencies that have said that we can do this, that they've looked at this and said that this is something that once we come together, that we can make this happen. So I want to say that on behalf of the Mississippi Department of Transportation, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for our regional partners in this effort, which is the Jackson Medical Mall that has taken a real lead in trying to make the glue come together. We thank you. The City of Jackson, the Central Mississippi Planning and Development District, the Bolivar County Council on Aging, the Hinds County Human Resource Agency, and South Central Community Action Agency. All of these agencies are playing a part in this coordination effort to make sure that we provide quality transportation services for the elderly and individuals with disabilities within this Jackson metropolitan area. Not only that, even though they're doing this, they are doing things all over statewide. And when we come together unselfishly and commit the resources, the time, and dedication to work together, we're able to more positively impact the lives of those individuals that are being served. Regional coordination efforts, as being implemented in this pilot program, that I think that we're going to see more happening with this, that we're going to extend the boundaries. But not only for our elderly and disabled individuals, but statewide, we're looking at how we are coordinating our efforts for those seeking jobs, needing to get to work, school, and other critical, most important medical services. Working together is how we make this happen to the greatest extent possible. The needs are far too great for us to operate in a vacuum these days. If we're going to make the services happen, if we're going to be able to serve the communities that we live in within the state of Mississippi, this and other efforts has to go on continually throughout the state. And I tell you, I'm looking forward to greater things. And once again, I really think this, because it has to come from a heart to do things like this, because believe it or not, when you're dealing with the general public and the different changes that come about when you're dealing with services like this, you have to have a heart to do it. So I once again appreciate all the efforts. Our regional providers that I mentioned before, we are a funding agency, and we help provide funds to to make these services available. But just like anything else, when it comes to federal, state dollars, it always becomes a portion that they have to be responsible. They have to beat the bushes to make sure it happens. So thank you. I'm glad you all are here. I appreciate our mayor and all of these partners. Thank you so much for being a partner with us, and we're going to do more things together. Thank you all.
Good morning. My name is Chelsea Criddle, and I'm the Aging Program Director at Central Mississippi Planning and Development District. And this morning, I am so excited about being here and also about being invited to participate in this wonderful opportunity for our seniors and our community here in the city of Jackson. I want to say that I am very pleased with how the progression has come along with this partnership and how everything has been going forth. And I want to say that I will address the same thing as Ms. Wilson said about you have to have a heart to do this job. And as an advocate for the seniors, I am very passionate about the transportation program. Having been with Central Mississippi Planning and Development District almost 17 years, this has been a program that I have had an opportunity to work with over 17 years and watch is how it has expanded and how many seniors now actually need the services, to actually go from a smaller number of seniors that have needed it to actually over 400 to 500 seniors in the community utilizing these services on a yearly basis. So it pleases me to see our partners come together and work very closely in this coordinated effort, and all of us with the same goal and mission involved, and that's transporting our seniors to helping them to live independently as much as possible and live it in their homes as long as possible. We all know that it helps with seniors and it helps to alleviate depression when seniors are able to move about and still remain independent. So that is very important to us, and we are so pleased at Central Mississippi Planning and Development District to work hand in hand with our partners and to see how they love the seniors just as much as we do and how they want to make the seniors their lives much easier. So on behalf of Central Mississippi Planning and Development District, thank you for working together, and we certainly look forward to a future, many great things in our future. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Connie Taylor, and I'm the manager of the City of Jackson Senior Services Division. We're so pleased to be partnering with the Jackson Medical Mall Foundation, Mississippi Department of Transportation, Central Mississippi Planning and Development District, and all of our service providers to provide senior transportation. Just to tell you a little bit about the Senior Services Division, we sponsor many programs throughout the year. We have an array of services offered through our senior centers. We have 6. They're strategically located throughout the city. We have our home delivered meals program, and during this program, we provide probably over 5,000 meals to homebound seniors. Through the congregate meals program, we provide over 4,000 meals a month to seniors at our senior centers. At the centers, there are a variety of activities to keep them very busy and active. And of course, transportation is crucial to all of our programs. The seniors are able to be transported to the senior centers and to all of our wonderful events. We just had a great gala for Christmas last month at the Metro Center Mall, and I have to commend the providers. Everybody was there bright and early, having a wonderful time, and transported back home. We also have our outreach program. Through this program, seniors are afforded an opportunity to be aware of all of the services that are available through different social service agencies. Sometimes they're just not aware of all that's out there for them. We also have a senior employment program for seniors who are 55 years of age or older. This program provides subsidized employment opportunities for the seniors, and the goal is to be hired by the agency in which they're placed. I can't say enough for our transportation program. This enables seniors to be very self-sufficient, independent. It enables them to become contributors to society. They don't have to worry about asking their son or daughters to take off from work, to take them to the grocery store, to the bank. They can simply call the call center, and they're picked up at their doorstep. It doesn't get any better than that. Our goal is to continue to expand this service and to continue to serve the citizens in the City of Jackson the best that we can. Thank you, and again, we appreciate the partnership with all of our providers and providers. Thank you.
All right. We'd like to thank all of our speakers thus far. At this time, we will have Ms. Ruth Haynes from the TL Love Center to come up and kind of give a testimonial, talk about her experience with the Transportation Initiative. That's Ms. Ruth Haynes.
I've already been introduced, but I'll introduce myself. My name is Ruth Haynes. I am a member of the TL Love Community Center. When I retired, I was wondering what I was going to do for the rest of my life instead of sitting at home watching Days of Our Lives and all the soap operas that's coming on. I wanted to find something to do that I could get out, because I had been going to downtown YMCA for 14 years. And when I retired, I went to the Y to lose some weight. I was 300 pounds. So I went to YMCA after I retired, and was wondering what I was going to do. So I met Miss Gloria and TL Love Community Center. My worries were over. I had a place to go every day. My children said, "Mama, you going to school today?" Because I get home from the center and I start thinking about getting my stuff what I'm going to wear tomorrow. Because you better be ready when that bus comes and you're going to get left. And I want to expound on Miss Johnson. She's very sweet to us seniors, and we are so proud of her and being at TL Love Community Center. I want to thank Dr. Taylor, Dr. Criddle, and our mayor, and because we have given him a hard time about this ride. We chew him out real good about being late. You can't depend on what time they're going to show up or if they're going to show up. So I thank everybody in the name of TL Love Community Center that he kept promising us that things would be better, and thank God they are better. You can depend on the time that they get there. Thank you. You can depend on the time they're going to be there, but you better be ready. Because when they toot a couple of times, you better be going out the door. If you're not, you're going to see them going around the corner to pick up the next line. So we be Johnny on the spot, waiting on that bus to toot out there in front of the house. And I want to thank Dr. Taylor, Dr. Criddle, Mississippi Department of Transportation for the prompt service that they are giving us as seniors. We can depend on them. They take us to the doctor. They take us to TL Love. They take us to the shopping center. And we are so thankful, Yarber. We are so thankful. We see that jacking him up did do some good. So, and I want to thank them for being so nice to us seniors, because we don't have a ride. We don't have transportation, and we do depend on them for our transportation. And in the name of TL Love Community Center and Miss Gloria Johnson, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ruth, for just keeping it real. At this time, we're going to open the floor for questions. There's questions from you all. If we have any media representatives at this time, we have a mic right in the middle of the floor for you to ask questions, and you can direct it to either of the people on the panel at this time.
And I don't have no complaints. I'm just here to say thank you. I haven't had any problems so far. What you do for me and my family. My name is Bernice Roberts.
We appreciate that. Do we have any other questions? No, we have representatives from the media here. Any other questions? Any comments? If you could approach the mic, please. And give us your name.
How y'all doing? My name is Anthony Johnson, and I just want to thank y'all from a young man with grandparents and great-grandparents that can't get around. I don't have strong transportation, and I thank the people that look out for the elderly, that care about them getting around, about them getting their independence back, about not putting them on a shelf because their life is not over. And I just want to say, from the younger generation, I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Any more questions and comments from the audience? All right. So at this time, once again, we want to thank everyone who participated today. We want to thank you for your testimonials. A lot of times when we put these things together, we need to hear from you how we can improve, if we can do anything better, if you're actually benefiting from the services that we're rendering. So that's greatly appreciated. Do we have any additional comments from anyone on the panel? Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask the providers to stand because there are a lot of moving parts with this. And the first group I want to ask to stand is the folks who work in the call center. Tisa McKinney and her group, please stand. They take all the calls and coordinate all of the rides. Thank you all very much. We also have representatives from Bolivar County Council on Aging, Ms. Wilson. They are from, she has her team with her. They provide transportation and partner with us on some other programs. We have South Central, Ms. Slaughter and her group. Thank y'all very much. And Hines County, I can't see them, but they're part of. There are 3 providers that actually provide the transportation for this program, and they do an outstanding job. And we are so thankful that they never say no, even on the days when the weather's inclement. They're on time, making things happen. And when we drop the ball a little bit on our side, they pick it up and carry it to the end zone. So thank you very much for what you do. And we also have a very unique program here at the mall that once you get to that front door, you don't have to make your way through all this big building. We have a concierge program that has golf carts you see moving around on the parking lot, golf carts in here. We have folks that can help you with your wheelchair. And we also have a nice little convenient room here that our seniors don't use enough of. They can get snacks, they have a real nice, comfortable area, and once we finish this conference, you can actually tour that area. But we're going to ask all of the transportation providers to make sure that you tell your seniors when they are here and they're finished with their treatments or before their treatments, they want to get rest, get refreshments and snacks. They're all free and available to them here in the room. This is it's been a long time coming, and I'm extremely happy to be a part of it. And I can tell you that that Dr. Shirley saw this, and he challenged us to continue to make health care available to the underserved, and we are doing a great job with it here. And so thank you and all the partners. And I can tell you that this would not have happened had the mayor not saw fit to get involved in this extremely complicated program, because as I tell you, there are so many moving parts that it is not easy to pull off, but now it looks easy because I don't get any more calls, so that means it's working perfectly. So thank y'all very much. Thanks to all the partners on the stage for what you do to make this happen. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Wheeler. Thank you to everyone who makes this happen every day. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this process from the beginning. To all of our members of the media, interviews will be available with certain panel members after we close. So at this time, we will ask our mayor, Tony Yarber, to come give us closing remarks.
Thank y'all again. What I know is that if the neck gets upset with the head won't turn. If the fingers get upset with the hand, then the hand won't pick anything up. The only way that this body works well, the only way that this city works well is through partnerships like this. So as you get ready to leave today, let's take this same spirit out into our community. These partnerships aren't just made for situations like this, but they're made for making sure that streets and neighborhoods and communities and cities and states thrive and that they thrive well. Thank y'all again. Have a great rest of your day.